All right, happy weekend. This is the weekend video. This is the weekend video covering all the stocks that were popping for the week of February 13th through February 17th. So let's get started with the Monday list. We had Guild, GILD, pretty much sold off after earnings here and calmed down after an attempted breakout. Maybe not. You could call that a bit of a breakout on earnings, but it was a failed breakout. Back below this trend line, I would say, unless it's forming a new trend line and it will try to fight through that tomorrow, next week, something like that. Let's see. Volume is stepping in after the sell off here on the buy day, Friday. Oh boy, I just didn't record any of that. Actually, yes, I did. Cool. Good. We're good. We're good. All right. I think we're good. Sick. All right. Next up, we got AMPG. AMPG still actually making moves above the 50-day and 200-day with a golden cross here. Pretty much on Monday, I think that's probably about there. No, it's there. This had already been confirmed for a couple days, but we're buying it right back up now, and volume is increasing towards the top end of the breakout. On the red day here, Friday, we had the least amount of volume, but on these green days, we did get a new high, but on these green days, we had more volume stepping in. This is less. Yeah, that's less right here. This was probably a big decision day. This is a confirmation day. Another decision day. Retraced only about half of this bar. Still holding up fine. AMPG. SOUN. SOUN. Pretty good consolidation range here that it's holding up against. Guess you could say it's almost perfect like that. But it's not really, so it's like, which one do you want to claim here? Is it that or is it that? That's more likely a better choice, I'd say. It needs to break out of that range for sure. But, I mean, this thing looks pretty good as far as it being a nice solid rising wedge here. You could basically see here. Almost perfect. Yeah, kind of sick. I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, what happened? Okay. SOUN. Let's see. This is an AI play basically. An IPO play. IPO levels are in play as well. Here you can see IPO levels. Low of the IPO was approximately 575. A break above 575 for this stock would be pretty insane. Break above $5 as well needs to happen just here. That would be sick. All right, that's it. Next up, ROIV. Volume still decreasing even on this bounce here, especially. That was kind of a nasty decrease during these green days here. But the bounce did happen. Yeah, this is crazy. This is one big fat consolidation, but I don't know. I think people might be expecting this to go ahead and retest levels. I mean, this looks good too, though. Like 750 got confirmed pretty well here and here. And if it's going to be bullish, there's no need for all this, like when it first started dropping. So maybe this is going to be a fat head and shoulders right here on ROIV. Let's see if I can find some news on that one. I don't have it. I don't know what this is, what's going on with my list. This might be from a different time. I don't know. Anyways, Microsoft. Work with me. I'll get there. Working on keeping all these notes and stuff and keeping myself in order here. All right, Microsoft did exactly what I needed it to do, expected it to do, I would say, actually, as well. Let me see. Wait a second. Here we go. This needs to happen. This already has happened, kind of. Maybe you could even say it's being tested this week. I believe we're checking in with the 200-day here, and we will continue to move up at least towards 280 with Microsoft. Next potential levels. Or we continue to form this nasty head and shoulders right here. Just like this, down to 250 range pretty much. No lower, but it looks like we're headed straight there. We'll see. Might be getting tested on some of my put credit spreads here pretty quickly. We'll see how that goes. But on these two days dropping out here, we did have reducing volume. That is a sign that makes me at least a little happy. I don't know. Hopefully this is just a lower high, but it might go down to go ahead and test. I don't think it's gonna go test below this 50 and 200, but hey, who knows? I was expecting it to go towards maybe the trend line or perhaps the 200 only. We'll see how far this thing goes. Cool. Good luck. Meta, META. Dang. Meta, fat gap up on the 170 or what was it? So like a $50 billion or $70 billion buyback, and some earnings drop. I think the earnings were decent. I don't remember. No, the earnings sucked, but they announced a buyback, and it just made them rip. The earnings were okay, I guess. This looks just like Sound, SOUN. Volume decreasing super clean here. We'll be expecting some type of moves eventually. See what we get. AI. AI is just about to have a golden cross, actually. Real close right here. It could consolidate for that to do its own thing because it's already pointing upwards. Time could let that happen, and then it could continue after that, or it could just really decide to move now. We'll see. JWN. Pretty much sideways or down since Monday. Been on a fat downtrend since it gapped up super hard. Gap is filled now. We'll see if this is going to get a little spicy here or if it's going to go down farther. Interesting. JWN. This thing might go towards 25, 27. We'll see. BBAI. Another AI stock. Fat decreasing volume downtrend right here. LMDX. We'll see. May have some room to run. Above $1.20, we're aiming for 130. 200 days coming in around 160, 150, whatever. Something like that. Would make sense around 160. That was LMDX. This is CGTX. Not that hot. Skip SKX. On Monday, earnings dropped, or what was this? Not Monday. It was a little bit before that. A couple weeks ago. After dropping out, volume is decreasing during this consolidation here. This is about to decide where it's going to go for sure this week. This is either going to get sold off down below these ranges and maybe test $41 range, or it's going to break out and keep going back up to close the gap it just created, something like that. Okay, that's good enough. That was Monday's list. This is Tuesday's list. Array. A-R-A-Y. Whoa. My list just flipped. Alright, let's start with eBay. E-B-A-Y. eBay. Consolidating pretty much looks a lot like all the rest of the stocks we've seen so far in a lot of ways. Created a new level to work on towards the $49 area. The head and shoulders was what I was thinking this might be looking like here, with a slight breakout and retest of maybe 47. $47 needs to hold for sure for this thing to want to continue up towards 50 and eventually test 54, 53. That's eBay. KO, Coca-Cola. I am claiming that it is a support area for Coca-Cola. Think what you want. I grabbed a call. Who knows? Might be too far out of the money. Not a big deal. Coca-Cola has like a 97 cents trading range per day. If it wants to bottom out here and go ahead and make some moves higher, then it will, or I'm completely wrong, which is totally possible. KO. Twilio. Doing work after earnings, fell back down to start closing this gap towards 66 or 67 range for sure, I think. Earnings came in good. What else? They did a layoff, I think 15 or 11% of the workforce or something like that, give or take. But yeah, this is Twilio, TWLO. Fastly, FSLY. Fastly's been gassing it since Monday, actually. This stock came on the list Tuesday because of Monday. Breaking the new highs, fall back below Tuesday's levels, check in with that same low it created, bouncing back up though. Gas pedal on Thursday, consolidating on Friday. Fastly might want to make a move. It might go again tomorrow, or we might have to consolidate further after such a big move here. That was a sick move, and this thing likes to consolidate for sure. Wow, look at that one. Okay, we will see. As always, Fastly also about to have a golden cross over soon here, but the move has already kind of forced it to happen almost, even if they go sideways or down for a short time. And that's Fastly. Next on the list, Tesla, TSLA. And since my list is on point enough this time, finally, Fastly had a Bank of America upgrade. Price target of 16, up from 10. Tesla. 20-day chart is just pristine pretty much. 5-day week, this week chart was just a bit choppy, but not too bad. Still making moves higher. Tesla, in my opinion, is... Oh my gosh, I gotta remove these. I gotta take them off. I gotta redraw them too because these levels are important. But I need to see what's going on here too today. Here we go. Alright, Tesla. Let's back out a little bit more. Okay. Heavy bounce off the bottom. Attempting to test the 200-day moving average at 220, give or take. The 50-day moving average for Tesla is extremely far below the 200-day. Sort of like here in a lot of ways, but I will be expecting us to actually test the 200-day before making a couple of attempts or fails. And then we have the opportunity to break out at that time. However, this type of a consolidation was a failure of the breakout of the 50-day. That's why I'm expecting this one to be a little different. And for this 50-day moving average to make its way up here, Tesla might need to go testing $280, $300 range for sure. I am super bullish on Tesla, so you know, but I just also think that the 50-day is so far below the 200-day here on Tesla. TSLA. OCUL. This stock made a move on Friday, mainly to go back towards the highs. Consolidated around 570. We will see. Fat gaps to fill up here if these breakouts want to continue for OCUL. And a golden crossover probably about to form here as well. After one has failed. Right there. This is sort of what I'm expecting to see with Tesla. At least, and sure, after, who knows, it could break back down fine. But at least for this time, since it's already been so far below and so long. Okay, OCUL. 635 a share. Positive data from one of their tests, but it's interim. HLGN, this thing is getting clapped. Can't do it. I can't do it. It was just a stock to look at for sure. I don't know. That thing's getting destroyed. I can't even look at that no more. Sorry if you liked this one. That was a horrible idea. NGL consolidating beautifully here, holding its levels. NGL may be it's a natural gas play, may be consolidating for a little while longer, or it could be breaking out soon. Depends on what it wants to do. Maybe it depends on what happens with natural gas too. But if things pop off, I do look at NGL as a natural gas proxy. CLNN. MRI results from patients treated for multiple sclerosis came in positive. Bouncing off the 50-day moving average potentially here this week. We will see. Volume is not stepping in yet. It has a chance to, but it isn't really yet. We'll see. This thing might be getting destroyed or it's going to fly. CLNN. Interesting to see what will happen here. It doesn't look too hot though. Interesting to see. OSCR. Oscar Health. Perfect consolidation almost all week. I think this thing might have a chance to continue here. I might want to get some shares of this. This would be sick. Okay, NBSE, New Base Therapeutics. Not good. Skipping. A-Ray we checked. CVV. On Tuesday, making some moves towards more highs. AVLNF, Avalon. Not doing too hot either. Okay, we'll leave it. Skipping on this. Let's go towards Wednesday. Wednesday's list. Here it is. Wednesday. It is INDI. First up, this stock is actually gassing. Semiconductor work they do. All right, let's see. Golden Cross happening here. Break above 10, pretty much 1017 or 1020 is about to be a test towards 11 or 1080, you could say, for INDI. Again, OCUL, put it back on the list. BTU, Peabody Energy. Break the new highs and fail. Consolidating is possible here between 28.50 and 30, I would say, until this thing wants to make a move. HYPR. Consolidating just below the 200-day moving average in a very nice way. If this thing wants to break out, it's going to have a chance to for sure this week because of how close we are to it. We will see. HYPR pretty much creating a new high on Monday and consolidating sideways since. We need to break above the 200-day moving average for this to work. Archer Aviation. Consolidating in this range still between, it appears to be like 290, 295, 299, and 255. Monday will definitely determine which way this will go, I think. Archer is a good play to see a breakout one way or another. All right, and let's go with the Thursday list. That's the Wednesday list. A little bit bigger list here. Thursday. Pet, PET, WAG Group, filled the gap here. Possible bottom of the support range at 240. Currently $2.25. Currently was like the bottom of this support range, I would say. Even $2 flat, but holding higher a little bit here is a good sign. Possible test up towards $3 incoming, with potential breakouts above 340 and 375. Maybe super bullish for pet. OSUR, or sure. Still keeping the eyes on this one too. A little choppy this week. Potential head and shoulders. However, has occurred as a consolidation or a bottoming pattern of this breakout. So we might be looking to test levels of 640 next for OSUR. Beat on sales by 25 million. Job cuts, which has been helping stocks lately. All right, next up, BHC. New CEO at Bosch and Lomb, and the chart looks kind of good with a gap to fill around 1250. Breakout or golden crossover here has occurred. Looks like it's confirming itself for sure. Possible retest incoming of $10 and then 1130, 1140, you could call it. Kind of a sick chart here. Looks good. ARAV. Golden crossover, steady rising. Consolidate, pull back. A little choppy here. We need to hold above 190 for sure for this thing to continue, I would say. J&J support area is reached probably if this thing's going to hold, or it's going to die. We'll see, but probably going to hold. J&J is a big company. NRDS, consolidation beginning after a fat run here. I got a little action off of this one. NRDS, I like it. Expensive stock though, or not too, but too expensive, but still more than $2 or $3 for sure. $17.50 by the way. CSCO, Cisco, breakout and consolidation beginning for Cisco. We will see what is going to happen here. CLBT, breakout off of the 200-day golden cross about to occur. Consolidation for sure beginning, and that will probably be between $6 and $5.50 for a little bit here, maybe this whole week, or it will break out quickly. We'll see. CLBT. NRG, holding up in this range at least. Could still be needing to consolidate a little bit longer. Needs to hold the $33 range. This 50-day moving average has severely dumped here. I mean, for this to start rounding out at the bottom, it's going to need to hold and go up towards 36 for NRG. Airbnb, massive gap up, consolidation, and decisions will be made soon here for this 121 level as far as whether or not this thing's going to fill this gap again quickly or if it's going to take off and run away from it. Airbnb, 50-day needs to make it up still a little higher, but it's pointing up pretty much full on like 50, 60 degree angle high. Very nice for Airbnb. NU, 499. Golden cross needs to occur still, pointing that way. Nothing special I can tell you about this except it's consolidating at this point and volume is dropping off after new highs have been created. But this consolidation is pretty good for this to hold and start making its way higher again. We could even see something just like this, or it might take a little bit longer to make some moves up, down, swoop it, and pull. HST. Alright. This thing sold down and is making a little bit of a lower area here, but still holding the range quite well for HST. Possible support area hit. Gap fill as well needs to occur again. BOXL. Gassed up higher, holding a consolidation area here. Needs to break above 75 cents, maybe this week, to get this thing moving. ADI, analog devices. Gapped up huge. It looks to be testing the lower side of that gap up consolidation area of 190. No, 190, I should just say. We'll see if that's going to break lower, if it's going to fill the gap, or if it's just going to hold here and start gassing again. Palantir, PLTR. Break above the 200-day moving average down here. Stock is probably bottomed and testing a little bit lower of a pullback here. Maybe it'll happen like this. All the way down to 850 is possible for this thing to start making moves higher, or shoot, even lower. Let it hit 780, retest this gap, and then go. Sure. Palantir. IREN, Iris Energy. IREN, nice consolidations occurring with this stock. Whoa. Cancel. Let me show this one. Good. Same thing happened here. There. Very cool. Holding well above these levels. This thing could make some moves. IREN. ADPT. Consolidating sideways. Nothing too pretty here. Green days get heavy volume. Consolidation days are losing steam. Needs to break out above $10 range for sure for ADPT. MPW. Post market nailed 1360. That was savage. All right. Held the 50-day pretty much. Could be testing the 200-day next. Around $14 for sure, but maybe $13.70 could be where it ends up by the time it gets there. Who knows? SEDG, Sedge, Solar Edge. Pretty much as barcoded as it can be. Consolidation range here pretty much, I'd say 2, but could be going as low as 288, 280 something to test that range. Not sure if I'm interested in it as much as I was. Not yet, at least, maybe in a little while. Palo Alto Networks, PANW. trying to fight to get the 50-day moving average up towards the 200-day. We will see if this thing's even going to get retested again, or if this thing's going to make a move higher and go towards the 180 or 179 range for PANW, PANW. Palo Alto Networks kind of looks good for maybe a debit spread. I don't know. VTRS. Tapped back in with the 50-day moving average to get bought up off of it. Wicked up and needs to hold for sure. Holding nicely so far. Above 11.25 is really the range. And maybe like $12 could be a good resistance for VTRS. All right, well, if you hang in there for this one, God bless you. 36-minute video. That's the weekend recap video of the stocks I was looking at Monday through Thursday of last week. Next week I'll add in the Friday of the previous week, and then tomorrow I'm going to be dropping the watch list for Monday. That will cover the stocks that were popping off on Friday and some of the news that made that happen, so we can check in with them again Monday. This is the weekend recap video. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. Thanks for checking in. Have a good night, you guys. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.